So in today's video, I'm going to be focusing on the shades by Younique that are in the shades Giddy, which is an orange, a shimmery orange, and I'm going to be using the shade Gorgeous. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to prime my face with Younique's Glorious Primer. Just a little bit all over your face. This keeps your makeup from soaking into your pores and keeps your makeup on top of your face. I always start with my eyeshadow and do my foundation last. So I'm going to start with the shade Vulnerable by Younique. It is a pink shade and it is used in the crease to help blend out the other shades better. It is a really pretty pink. So I'm going to tap some into my jar, which you can't really see that, but it doesn't take much. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and blend this into my crease. Like I said, it is a nude shade, so it's not going to show up very well even in person. It's very hard to see, but the shade is there to help your other colors blend onto your eyelid better. And that way you don't have any harsh lines in your eyeshadow. I'm actually going to use a little bit more. And I have been using my eyeshadow pigments the last few days without any rose water or any primer to make them more intense, just to show those of you who do not have the rose water or the primer that intense looks can be achieved with just using the pigments only. Next, I'm going to use the shade Giddy, which is the darker orange, and I'm going to tap some into my lid. See, you can see the lighting is really bad, and I promise I will get better as this goes on. So I'm going to get a Real Techniques brush. This is a base shadow duster brush. So I'm just going to get some on my brush, tap it off just a little bit. Doesn't change the color of the brush that much, and I'm going to blend this into my crease and up. I don't want to meet my brow line because that will be way too much. So a little bit more, and just blend, blend, blend. The more you blend, the better your look will turn out. It won't be as harsh, and it will just look soft and natural. And then I'm going to do my other eye. Just a little bit of pigment on the brush, and just rub that into my crease and blend it out. The more you blend, the better your results, I promise. It does take a long time to get used to this in the beginning. Whenever I started getting better with my makeup, I would get up super early, like at 4:30, to do my makeup because it would take forever because I wasn't used to all the blending. But now I am, and it just takes me like an hour to do all of my hair and all of my makeup. So I'm just going to go back over this one some more just to add some depth to the crease, and a little bit more over here. So I'm done with that shade, and then I'm going to go in with the shade Daring by Younique, which is a shimmery brown. I do not want to use much of this product, just a little bit. And I'm actually going, this is only going in the crease. I'm going to tap it into my lid like the others. And then I am going to use a brow brush by Real Techniques. I'm just going to tap the color in there, and then I'm going to trace the line, trace my crease. So you have to be kind of careful with this because you don't want it to be too bold. So just a little bit more. And you don't want weird lines. When I did it this morning, I had weird lines and had to go back and blend some more. So I'll do the other eye. Just trace your crease. And you can see the depth that it gave, but you don't want to leave that harsh line there. You don't want to leave this harsh line. So I'm done with the devious. Then I'm going to take a blending brush by Too Faced. It is a bunny brush. I'm not sure, it's a fluffy brush. It's super soft and really good for blending, and it's usually what I use in my crease to blend out my shades. So just blend, 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 and there you go. You might bring it around the corner. Just bring some of that shadow into the corner of your eye. And over here, just blend, blend, blend. And see, now your line isn't so harsh, and it just looks soft and smoky and natural. You don't want a harsh, intense line. So next, after this, I am going to use the Younique Pristine eyeliner. You can use this for anything. I use it on my lips. I also use it as a base primer on my eyelid to make my shimmery pigments show up better. So I'm just going to put a few lines of this onto my eyelid. They don't have to be even. You're just using this as like a cream shadow base so that your shimmery lighter colors will show up more. So there we go. Just going to add this in. And yes, it looks like I have on white eyeshadow, but we're not going to leave it that way. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Gorgeous by Younique. It's very shimmery, and it's a very pretty orange. These oranges are my new favorite nudes, and I absolutely love them. I was most excited to try these out of all of the pigments that I got. So I'm just going to tap some color in there. Then I'm going to go in with a Real Technique detailer brush. It's very flat, it's very thin, and using a thin flat brush like this will keep you from going up into the shadow that you already have and keep it more precise. So here's my shadow that I'm starting with, and I will need more than this because, like I said before, I'm not using rose water in any of this, as to show those of you who do not have it or don't want to put water in your pigments that dramatic looks can be achieved without. So I'm going to coat my brush in this pretty good and not shake off too much, and show you how much I put on them. There is the shadow that I have on there. So I do have a lot kind of on both sides. So I'm just going to go in and tap that on. Like I said, it is a very light shadow, but it's also very shimmery, and it's very pretty with a little bit more work. And I'm not going to cover up that brown in the corner, on my outer corner over here, that I drug down with my fluffy brush. So now I'm going to start on the other eye. Just fill that in. I'm going to go back in with some more of the orange pigment. here and go over it one more time. Alright. Now, oops. Next, I'm going to do my eyeliner. Everybody has their own way of doing their top eyeliner. I prefer a winged eyeliner, and I do use the cheapest of the cheap from Rite Aid. This is a NYX brand. It is in the shade black. It lasts forever. I mean, obviously, it does not have any writing on it anymore whatsoever. I use this forever, and I stock up on it because it's so good. So I'm just going to tap it a little bit, and then I'm going to... This is the brush, and then I'm going to just tap it on the inside and drag off any thickness because I like a thin line. Then I'm going to see right there. You want it really, really thin before you start your lines. So I'm going to start on the outer corner and just drag up. I'm actually going to do this to the other side. And then go back to my other one. So from here, I'm going to drag across the top. Just fill it in like so. Probably have to go back and just go around the inside again and then just drag it off to where there's not a lot of product on the brush, like so. And just finish filling that in. And then I'm going to go in with a Q-tip. If you do get any on your eyelash, having a Q-tip handy, just rake it across the top and it brings it back off. That way it won't make your mascara clumpy. I just had just a little bit, not much. So I'm going to go in and do the other eye. Just again. Okay, and there's my eyeliner. Okay, next I am going to line my lower lash line with the shade Perfect by Younique. Sorry, everybody opens their mouth when they put on eyeliner, and I've yet to ever do it and not have my mouth open. So there we go. Next, I'm going to go in with my mascara. I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and we are going to be using 3D Fiber Lash Mascara today because it is great. It makes you look like you have false lashes, and it is amazing. I have tried false lashes. I love them, but they itch me. It doesn't matter what type of glue I use, they itch me. So I love the 3D Fiber Lash Mascara, and I will always have it in my makeup bag. So here we go with the lashes. Just going to curl. Don't go all the way back to your lash line and then curl up like that. Kind of scary. And then I'm going to go in with Miss Manga mascara as my primer. Just any mascara will do. I just prefer this one. And it does have a kind of different brush, and it is definitely more bendy than your typical mascara brush. So I'm going to go in and just do a light coat on my lash. Just a little bit, doesn't take a lot. And I'm going to go in with Younique 3D Fiber Lashes. And this is the Primer Gel by Younique. It is not a mascara, it's just a gel, and it attaches to your mascara and helps hold your fibers on. So this is the brush. It's kind of big. It is a really good brush, and I've had absolutely no issues with this mascara whatsoever. And I do wear contacts, and I have very sensitive eyes, and that means a lot to me. So here we go. Just gonna coat it on. Doesn't take much, just a little bit. And then these are the fibers by Younique. And what I do is I always tap the bottom to loosen up the fibers, and then I pull out the brush. You will have a lot of fallout, so I have learned that before I pull the wand all the way out, I do it slowly and then just rub it on the inside, and then kind of tap any excess back in the tube, and then just kind of press with my fingers, and that prevents a lot of fallout. So here we go with the fiber lashes. Doesn't take much, but you can already see a huge difference. You can actually see that I have eyelashes versus this one, which doesn't look like I have any. So I'm going to go back in with the gel to coat them, because if you don't, all the fibers are going to fall back down, fall in your eye, make it itchy. So this just sets it and seals it and keeps that from happening. So you want to put a good coat on your 3D fiber lashes. I always do 2 coats because I just like the more dramatic look. So I'm going to put it back in the tube, go back with my fibers, and coat again. And if I see any fallout getting ready to happen, I always flip it over and just use those instead. And that just saves your fibers. And it doesn't go into your eye because it's sticking to the gel. So, one more. Last coat of the gel, and you want to be sure to coat it really good because this is your last step and you don't want any fallout. Alright. So I'm going to go over and curl these. Remember, don't go all the way back to your lid because it will pinch. So just go about halfway. You just want to curl the ends up, flip it up like that, and then you're done. Then go back in with your favorite mascara and coat it. And I'm going to go through this one a little bit faster since I did do the first eye with more detail. So, that one's done. Gel.